Hi, today we'll be working with the properties of logarithm. Right? Those properties comes from the property of exponents. Right? So the product property says that if I have a logarithm base b of m times n, that's the same as the logarithm of b of m plus the logarithm of b of n. I can remember that the solution of a logarithm is really an exponent, right? So the quotient property, it says that logarithm of b of m over n is the same as logarithm b of m minus the logarithm b of n. And the power property says that logarithm of b of n to the n is the same as moving that exponent in front, so it's the same as multiplying n times the logarithm of b of m. Again, this property comes from the law of exponents, right? So this says on the instructions that I want to write each expression as a single logarithm. So the first step that we're going to see is that we are adding. So that means that we are using the first property, the property of product property, right? So this is the same as the logarithm base 4 of 5x times 3x. And now we are just simplifying that. That's the logarithm base 4 of 15x squared. And that's it. Okay, so the second one, I have a couple of steps that I have to do before I work with the subtraction. So this is the same as logarithm base 4 of 6 squared. Right? What I'm doing is that I'm moving that exponent using the power property as an exponent of 6. Right? So this is the same as logarithm base 4. Now I'm going to look at the subtraction. So that means that I'm using the quotient. So that means that I have 36 divided by 9. As you can see, I'm not using the logarithm on the denominator. It's just logarithm base 4 of 36 over 9. Now I can simplify that 36 over 9 as 4. And there's another property that we can see. So you have logarithm base 4 of 4. That means that this equals to 1. So another property of the logarithm means that logarithm base a of a equals 1. Okay, so so on number 3, again, I have subtraction and I have an exponent over here. So first of all, I'm going to move that number, logarithm base 3 of x minus logarithm base 3 of 7 squared. So that's the same as. Now I can work with the subtraction, logarithm base 3 of x divided by 49. Now in this case, I cannot simplify anymore. So that means that this is my solution of that exercise, or writing that exercise in a single logarithm. But it's each logarithm expanded. So now I want to take from one logarithm and expand this to more logarithm, right? So my first step, again, I have a division right here. So that means that I'm going to have logarithm base 3 of 125 minus the logarithm base 3 of x times y. So now I have logarithm base 3 of 125 minus, I'm going to use a parenthesis just expand that logarithm base 3 of x times y. So this is logarithm base 3 of x plus logarithm base 3 of y. Again, I'm multiplying x and y, so that's y is plus right here. Now I'm going to just distribute that negative, so this is the same as logarithm base 3 of 125 minus logarithm base 3 of x minus logarithm base 3 of y. That's it. When I have just numbers right there, my first step should be to check if I can simplify anything. Right now I cannot simplify, so I'm just going to express this as logarithm base 3 of 250 minus logarithm base 3 of 37. And that's it. We do not need to express it in any other way unless the exercise is telling you to find multiples or something of any of those two numbers. Okay. So now in number 6, I have logarithm base 3 of 9 times x to the 5th. So this is the same as logarithm base 3 of 9 plus logarithm base 3 of x to the 5th. Now I can rewrite this one as logarithm base 3 of 3 squared plus 5 logarithm 3 of x. Now right here I can find another property of the x of the logarithm where I have that logarithm base a of a to the m is the same as m. And you can see it right here, right? To what exponent do I raise 3? That gives me 3 squared. Well, just 2, right? So in this case, it's just 2. Again, the logarithm base 3 of 3 squared is just 2. Plus 5 logarithm base 3 of x. And that's my solution. I cannot add that 2 plus 5 because I should multiply first, but I don't know what logarithm base 3 of x is. So it's just 2 plus 5 logarithm base 3 of x. And on number 7, I'm going to first take out that square root and rewrite it as a rational exponent. As you remember, this is the same as logarithm of 2x divided by y of 2 to 1/2. Now I'm going to bring that 1/2 in front. So I have 1/2 logarithm of 2x over y. Okay. So now I'm going to keep that and I'm going to put a parenthesis now so I can simplify and express that logarithm of 2x divided by y as expanded. So 2x minus logarithm of y. Again, I have a division right here. So that means that this is minus. Now I can split this one. So I have 1/2 logarithm of 2 plus logarithm of x minus logarithm of y. And at the end, I'm just going to multiply that logarithm, that 1/2 times everything. Plus 1/2 logarithm of x minus 1/2 logarithm